Welcome to How IT Gets Done. My name is Dan Long. Today I have Vaughn from Equinix with me, and we'll be talking about hybrid multi-cloud. But first, Vaughn, can you give us a little background about Equinix?
Yeah, thanks, Dang. Equinix is a digital infrastructure provider which really enables our customers and partners to deploy that infrastructure on our platform and connect with partners and users in their ecosystem.
Okay. About 10 years ago, when cloud computing got started, there were a lot of attractive features that pull companies into the cloud. Can you give us a little background about those kind of benefits?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are very familiar with these benefits and the promise of the clouds. For example, the idea of pay per consumption or pay per use, so you're only basically paying for what you need, which has established an OpEx model versus a CapEx model from a cost perspective. And I think ease of use is really one of the other main benefits of the cloud that we've seen. Basically one-click type implementations of any sort of infrastructure tool set.
Right. All these benefits really help companies be agile and go to market quicker. But I think companies are realizing that these benefits are not free. There's a cost to it, and there is the reversal to this today. Companies are pulling out of the cloud and doing a different kind of architecture. Can you first talk about the challenges to being all in the cloud?
Yeah, we do see some of those challenges in our customer conversations today. I think the first one that comes to mind is what I would call cloud lock-in. The idea that these clouds are building, infrastructure that makes it a bit of a challenge or difficult to get data or information out of the clouds. And associated with that is cost. Because the clouds are trying to lock in those customer environments, they're making it, somewhat expensive to deal with what I call data mobility, which is, moving your data between clouds or out of the cloud or on premise for some reason.
Yeah, big challenges, I think. Between Equinix and Hitachi, we've made a new solution called Hitachi Cloud Connect for Equinix, where we help customer place their storage solutions and other infrastructure at a near cloud data center ran by Equinix, and this solves some of the challenges you just talked about, like being locked into a single cloud provider or performance issues. Can you describe this solution in more details?
So, I think the conversation that Equinix runs into more often than not is a customer who's going through their cloud journey, and they're trying to figure out some sort of a hybrid or multi-cloud architecture. As we've both said, that sort of involves some sort of multi-cloud approach or putting certain workloads, on premise while simultaneously having, some workloads out there. So when that conversation happens, one of the questions we like to ask the customer is, where should you locate your data, right? And the basic answer to that becomes, we suggest or we propose you locate your data, sort of at the edge or adjacent to different cloud and on-premise environments.
Right.
There's really a lot of value to that. One is proximity. If it's adjacent to these different environments, say it's like 1 millisecond from here to there, that enables certain high performance, low latency use cases. And then there's a security aspect to it. If you're moving this data around what I would call private connectivity, that ensures the data is kept secure.
Okay. You mentioned being near cloud as a benefit. I think the really true benefit is that this is not just in one location. You have many locations that offer all these capabilities, right? Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, that's right, Dang, thanks. When we have that kind of location conversation that I was just mentioning, we're not only talking about adjacencies to the cloud per se, we're talking about a global footprint where the customer has options to deploy that digital infrastructure and their data pretty much anywhere in the world with an on-ramp or adjacent to any of the different cloud or on-premise environments that they're going to have. And what this map really shows is their different options of where they can locate that data.
Yeah, I think it's a great strength because you're not restricted to West Coast, East Coast, United States, even South America, Asia, Europe has many of these options. Let me close up our discussion with the benefits of Cloud Connect. You mentioned cost as one of those main drivers, and I'd like to re-summarize the fact that because we're storing data in near cloud locations at Equinix, we're not have to worry about paying egress costs to pull the data out of the cloud. And in fact, that helps with being more mobile with your data because you can move between clouds. Performance is another big benefit because now we're so close to the cloud providers, less than 1 millisecond for a lot of the regions. And of course, lastly, security. Because we're running in a private network, we don't have to worry about sending data through the internet, right? And also because we are holding the data on site, we don't have to worry about someone else in the cloud looking at your data. Vaughn, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
And for those of you who are interested in finding out more about Hitachi Cloud Connect for Equinix, please scan the QR code on your screen or look at the link in the description.